Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Living to the Fullest with Pastor Isaiah James. I'm happy to come your way today on Living to the Fullest. Thank you so much for watching my last video. Thank you for those who commented on my video. Thank you for those who shared my previous video. And thank you for those who called to tell me how impactful my teachings has been to them. I really appreciate. Today, I want to talk to you on the topic on living to the fullest, what I title balancing your skills, balancing your education or your certificate with skills, balancing your certificate or your education with skills. Okay, in my last video, I talked to us about the loss of money, and I told us that the ability to solve people's problem will put money in your hand. Okay, so today I want you to understand one of the plight I've seen around people around this country and around the people I've been close to, I've talked to. I've seen some things that many people go to school, many people graduate from school, and then they remain poor. They don't make any money, and they look as if their educations, they pay thousands of money and spend years of their life to acquire in school. It's actually not working. It's actually useless. I've heard people say something like a phrase we always hear, that school is a scam. Well, I've scrutinized such an idea, a thought, and a speaking, and I want to balance up some things with us so that you will not be frustrated being to school or going to school or coming out from school with a certificate. So on this topic, balancing your certificate or balancing your education with skill, I want you to open your mind as you're going to listen to me, as you're going to learn from me in this video. You see, the world we are living today, that this country, that what the world is demanding today is people with actual skill, with practical skills beyond their certificate, beyond their education. You know, I'm a practical man on site. I've been to site every day, and I've seen that a lot of people, graduates, are roaming around the street with papers, with certificates, looking for job. Well, they say there's no job in this country. They say there's no job, but I tell you the gospel truth. I've seen that there is job. Now, why do people complain that there is no job? People complain that there is no job because there's no practical skills they have that can solve everyday problem on site on in the society. What today's society demand is not people with certificates. What society demand today is not people with papers. It's people with skill. You agree with me easily. What I want to say now, that if you have skill and have a certificate, a papers that back up your skill, there's no how you will lack job. Even if you don't do white collar job, there's no how you will lack contract. Your skills will position you to have job, to have money. So I want you to learn today from this video, as I'm going to talk to you on how to balance your skill, your education, your certificate with skills. If you are a graduate and you don't have skill, once you finish listening to this video, go look for a skill to learn. Look for skills to learn. Take time and learn it well. It will empower to make money beyond your papers, beyond your certificate. I want to talk briefly on a subtopic, 7 reasons why graduates or people with certificate remain poor. 7 reasons why people with certificate or graduate remain poor despite their years of education, despite their papers. 7 reasons why they are poor and why you have to balance your certificate, your education with practical skills. Number one reason why graduates or people with certificate are poor is that they don't think beyond their certificate. They don't think beyond their certificate. You know, I went through research and I understand something from what happened to me practically and what I've seen. Albert Einstein said something, that education is not about learning of fact. It's about the training of the mind to think. Have you ever heard the term think outside the box? One of the reasons why most graduates are poor is simply because they don't see or they don't think beyond their certificate. I am an engineer. I'm a graduate engineer. This is what I observed practically in my life. I spent 5 years in school in the classroom block learning theory about electrical engineering. You know, when I graduated from school, I met what I call the frustration of my life. I discovered that despite my 5 years in school, I did not fit into the society in my field as an engineer. I didn't fit into, the first time I entered the site to go and work, I saw small boys that beat me. I mean, that flogged me out in my profession. Small boys who did not go to school. They learn practical skills by following an engineer working day to day on site. They flogged me out practically. I was only filled with theoretical knowledge, but I didn't know how to do anything practical on site. And I was so ashamed. Despite my certificate, despite my 5 years in school, if I want to add my 1 day of industrial training, that's making it 6 years in school I spent within the 4 blocks of education. I was so ashamed of myself. And I make a decision that I will have to put aside my certificate and learn the practical skills. I do what I call a voluntary work. I took myself to engineer site. I told him, I want to work with you. And they say they don't pay because I told him that the money is not the problem. All I need is the experience. I want to learn practical things to balance up my education, my knowledge, the theoretical knowledge I had in school. I spent over 3 years learning practical skills on site, following engineers, applying, learning practical skill and leveling them up with my theoretical skills that I learned in school. So you might be frustrated right now as a graduate. You say, I've been to school, why don't I have jobs? Or you see people who have not entered the 4 walls of education, who have not tasted the secular education, okay? But they have jobs because they have skills. So education is not about learning of fact. It's about the training of the mind to think. It's about empowering the mind to solve a problem. It's about empowering the mind to see opportunities. And this is what skills is all about. You can take it all into the society. Check, we have thousands and millions of graduates in this country, but how many of them have jobs? Very few of them. They roam around the street every day with papers, with certificates, and there's no job for them. Why? Because they don't have practical skills that is demanded in today's society to solve practical problems. So education is not about learning the facts. What you learn in schools are facts. You need to balance up with practical skills. And I advise young people, I mentor young people who are preparing themselves to attend the secular education. I tell them, don't choose a course to learn or to go and study a course that will only give you theoretical knowledge. The theoretical knowledge is good, but if you're preparing to enter into a higher institution, choose a course that will give you practical skills, that as you graduate from the secular studies, you don't just collect the A4 paper, that you also have skills that will empower you to solve problems and put money in your pocket. So the basic truth of life is that the skills that are needed to be sought after or to become successful in life are not found within the walls of the classroom. The skill that you need, the skills that you need to make your life better in practical life, in the society, are not taught in the classroom. You need to come out to the street, you need to enter the site, you need to enter the labor market and learn the practical skill and see what is demanded in the labor market and position yourself beyond your certificate, beyond what you study to meet today's need, to solve today's problem. That is how money will enter your pocket. Your certificate is just a proof that you are teachable. It doesn't suggest that you are totally capable of doing what it is that you're certified for. Practically, after spending 6 years altogether in school, I was so ashamed of myself because practically I was not good until I learned the practical skills every day. As a matter of fact, it is people who have not attended higher institution that taught me the practical skills. About 3 engineers I've worked with before I began to stand on my own. They have not entered, they have not graduated. Many of them, about 2 of them, they were still in the higher studies. Excuse me. They were still in the higher studies when they have spent years of their life learning practical skills and solving practical problems aside. So your certificate is not a proof that, it's just a proof that you're teachable. You're teachable. It doesn't suggest that you're totally capable of doing whatever it is that you're being certified for. I remember one of my engineer in school, a lecturer, a very senior lecturer, when I came back to share my frustration with him, he said, Isaiah James, what we taught you in school is just a minute. If you want to be better in this career, in this profession that you've signed, go into the labor market and learn practical skills. Go to the site and learn what is demanded. So you're full of possibilities. when you think beyond your degree on your certificate. Don't allow the idea that you're a graduate, that you have the highest degree, you have the highest, you graduated first class. You are first class. People pride themselves, I graduated first class, I'm a first class degree holder. You'll be very poor if you go with that mindset. If you allow that mindset to balk you, you'll be very poor, you'll be broke. You will see your certificate, the years you spent in school and the money you spent to acquire that certificate, it will be so frustrated to you. I've seen in videos, a lot of people want their certificate. A lot of people take their certificate back to the school. They spend years in this country, they spend years to go and acquire. They just take to their department to go and return and get their money. But it was all in vain until they begin to learn practical skills that position them to make money. So think outside your certificate. Think beyond your certificate. What can you do? What practical skill do you have? If you don't have any, as you're listening to me now, look, where is your passion? What can you do with joy? Irrespective of the years it will cost you, to take you to go and learn. Go and volunteer, learn it. When opportunity open for you to use your certificate, is an added advantage. If that opportunity does not open for you, I've seen a lot of people make a living, not with what they study in school, but what they've learned practically with the skills they have. They have earned a living and they are doing well, doing far beyond people who just position themselves looking for white collar job with their certificate. So think beyond your certificate, because this mindset make people with certificate to be poor. Number two, why are people with certificate poor, or why are most graduates with certificate poor? It's because they prioritize their certificate more than their skills, more than their gifts, more than their talent. In my book, The Secret of Money Magnets, I wrote about the home of money. I say that where money live, one of the places that money live is your gift, is your skills, is your talent. I have often advised many people, most of my colleagues, never to leave their gift dormant while pursuing and hunting for a job with their certificate. Don't leave your gift dormant. Don't leave your talent dormant. Whatever it is that you're gifted to do, develop it. Don't allow it to be dormant at the pursuit of your certificate. Certificate can never pay you what your life skill will pay you. Certificate can never position you where your skills, where your talents, where your gift, your natural giftedness can position you. There must be complementary balance in the pursuit of your passion and in search for job. Everybody is gifted for something, but the winning age comes from the ability to work on your gift and bless the world with it. God gave you the gift, God gave you the talent, God gave you the ability that He gave to you. It wasn't your parent that gave you from your mother's womb. God gave you before you came to the world. The reason why God gave you this thing was for you to discover them, work on them, develop it, and position yourself to be a blessing to humanity. When you pour yourself to humanity, when you bless the world with your gift, the world will pay you with money. They will pay you with value. They will pay you with respect. They will pay you with whatever it is that you want. But if you abandon your gift and pursue certificate, you will be one of the most frustrated person in the world. I am an engineer. I'm happy with it. But where my passion really lies, what gives me joy every day, is to do what I was born to do. When I see myself blessing people with my gift, with my talent, with my abilities, I'm so happy. When I see people reach out to me, I've read your book, I listen to your video, I follow your teachings, my life is better, I'm happy. And what they've given to me, my certificate has not given to me. If I want to quantify and analyze how much I have made from my certificate and how much I've made from my skills, from my talent and my gift, it cannot be compared to how much I've made with my talent and my gift. The places I've been to, the accolades I've received from people, the places I've traveled to, and the people have stood before them, and the life I've blessed and the impact I've laid on humanity. It's not in my certificate. It's in my gift and my talent. It is my giftedness in what God gave me that I've developed them day and night and strive every day to impact the world with it. So don't prioritize your certificate more than your gift. Don't prioritize your certificate more than your talent. Develop your gift. Work on your gift every day. In order to live a fruitful life, in order to live a successful life, in order to live to the fullest, in order to live an impactful life, you need to work harder on your gift than on your job. Imagine this. After you spend 65 years working in your job, they tell you that you retire. They put you in a box of retirement. You know what retirement is? Your retirement is that simply means they have used you and they are done with you. So to them, to the company, to the government, to whosoever employ you and use you for 65 years. After 65 years, they tell you you're very useless because they have sucked out your strength, they have sucked out your energy, and you still go back with your certificate. Your certificate has become very useless. But if you develop those years and balance it up with your skills, I'm not saying you shouldn't work with your certificate. Work with your certificate, but don't abandon your skills. Don't abandon your talent. Don't abandon your gift. Spend more time, spend your resources, develop your gift and save it to the world, and you'll be better. You need to discover your gift, develop it, sell it. Don't bury your talent with your certificate. Don't bury your talent by pursuing your certificate. This is one pitfall I've seen. This is one common mistake I've seen many people do. Number 3, why are people poor with certificate? Why are graduates poor with certificate? Number 3 is that their certificate prepared them for a world that doesn't exist. You know, in one of the books I'm still developing, this book could be a problem to many education system. I wrote about the frustration of graduates. You know what schooling gives to people? Schooling produce people with certificate with no validation. Most of people that have certificate, they don't have validation. You know, certificate empower people to create a sick and a dependent society. What education does, if you're really educated, education is practical knowledge, actualized knowledge, not a guessed knowledge. Many people have a guessed knowledge. Many people have a confused knowledge. They teach them. It's going to be frustrating for you to understand that most of what you're taught in school is not needed in the world. It's going to be very useless when you leave the school and enter into the actual market, the society. It's very useless. You don't use many of those things. So certificate prepare people for a world that doesn't exist. Yes, it has been found that most of the skills taught in the classroom are becoming obsolete in the present world, and that's nothing but the truth. It's obsolete. The world has changed a lot, and we are so people's need. It's impressive for you to know that the present form of university education does not prepare students for the future. They prepare students to leave the school environment, enter the society, and look for a job. You know, that's a dependent society. That's a sick society. But if you develop your skill will position you to look for opportunities. Your skill will position you to solve problem. Your skill will position you will align you to the latest problem of the world, where the world is moving to. Now look at this. Are you surprised to see that the curriculum they teach you in school is a curriculum that they've been teaching other people for years? I remember the last I review from what they call when I entered school. I saw that the last review of curriculum they taught us was from 1991. They're still teaching with this same curriculum in the 21st century. And you see that what they are teaching, as you enter into the current, the present society, you're going to be far left behind. Far left behind. So don't live in such a world. Graduates are becoming endangered species in the face of the changing world. You know, our method of approaching learning and preparing graduates for the world that doesn't exist, we are charming a degree holder every year with certificate that we face value in a restricted world. You know, most learning institutions are filled with lecturers and educators, you know, that their method has been obsolete, so obsolete. The present development in science and technology is not seen in the world, in the four walls of education of school. So if you want to be better, irrespective of what you're learning in school, as you finish from school, come and learn the practical thing. Come and learn the skills. Because if you live with your certificate, if you live with your paper, you're going to be far behind. You're going to be obsolete. This is why someone who is a SAN, called Senior Advocate of Nigeria, a young graduate of today who is learning practical skills, can bench a SAN in the bar because their knowledge is obsolete. I had a problem when I had a job, a contract some time ago after I learned practical skills in the site. I met one engineer who has been old in the field. He said he came out with a first-class degree. And I was explaining what is happening in the science and technology. I was explaining the current automation system for the man. The man didn't understand it. And he was arguing with me that those things does not work. It doesn't exist. It cannot work until we make it to work. Understand, we produce what we call a smart building, that we can control all appliances in that building with our smartphone. The man was surprised and he saw how he was left behind. Just that he humbled himself to come to learn the practical skills. from us. So go learn practical skill. Forget about what you study. Certificate will position you to live in a world that has been left behind. Certificate will produce you, will make you to live in obstinate world. Don't be like that. If you want to make money, if you want to be successful in your field and your career, if you want to be better in life, you want to be financially free, think beyond your certificate. Number 4 reason why certificate holders are poor, why graduates with certificate are poor, is that they know less about themselves, but they know more about things, knowledge that is no longer needed. Certificate and degree don't approve people for themselves. They are most, I have often tell people that the greatest discovery on earth is the discovery of yourself. Certificate doesn't teach you to discover yourself. They teach you a chronological system that forget about your discovery. A poor man is simply someone that has not discovered himself. The more you discover yourself, the more you realize the treasure that are hid deep within you. We carry inside ourselves talents, treasures that we can only be unveiled through self-discovery. Toward the path of self-discovery. What do you know about yourself? What can you do with yourself? Many people have allowed their IQ to be dead, to be dormant. They can't think anymore. Many people have, since they dropped from school, they finished school, they are done with learning. They just feel that because they are done with school, their life is going to be better. That's not so. The world has changed. It was in those days, our forefathers, that, when someone finished school, he is positioned for life. It's no longer so. It's no longer the same today. So certificate lets you to know less about yourself. The more you know about yourself, the more money you will make, the more problem you will solve. The more you discover what's hidden inside of you, the more value you can give to humanity. I'm able to make money today, not that I pursue money, but because I pursue value. I pursue to make life better. I pursue to solve problems of humanity, and they can't stop paying for it. If I solve a problem for you, you will gladly give me your money. I told us in my last video that every money you're looking for, someone has to give it to you. Someone must give it to you. And how will they give it to you? By solving their problem. And how will you solve their problem? By having practical skills. If you don't have practical skills, you can't solve problem and you can make the money you're looking for. Number 5, certificate and degree can kill initiative. Degree and certificate can close up your mind to ideas with initiative, while initiative open it up. Certificate will close your mind for idea. It will close your mind for opportunity. It will close your mind for positive thinking. It will close your mind to be adventurous. It will just put you in a cycle, a cubicle, an aquarium, of just being looking for a job, that all that you can offer is just your job. And if they fire you from your job, you are dead. The greatest life to live is to develop a life that you cannot be fired. If you develop practical skill, you cannot be fired. I choose people to work for. If I negotiate a deal that is not good for me, I drop. You don't fire me because I have practical skill. And irrespective of the environment I find myself, I will make money. I will have clients that is in demand of my skills because I will solve their problem. There's no way. I told us there's no human being on earth that doesn't have problem. So position yourself to solve problem by developing practical skill. Be initiative. Think outside the box. Think, what problem can you solve for humanity? Don't look for money, look for problems. Look for solution to people's problem. Look for value. How do you add value to humanity? This is what will make you to be financially free. If you're not careful, your degree and your certificate can close up your mind. The purpose of education is to keep your mind perpetually open towards limitless possibilities and potentials. The pursuit of education, the essence of education is mind enlightenment. But people have turned education into certificate pursuit. A lot of people doesn't even have time to learn anymore in the 4 walls of education. All they need is they can even pay for the certificate because their mind has been closed to learning. They don't know that what life is looking for is not certificate. It is people with the knowledge. It's people with the skills. It's people with the ability to solve problems. It's people with the ability to think outside the box. I have solved mental problems for people. I have given people suggestion and idea that they pay for it. I want you to know that idea rules the world. Yes, the world is ruled today by dead men. This was the discovery of my late role model and my mentor, late Dr. Miles Monroe. He said that the world that we're living today is ruled by dead men. The world we are living today, check all the sector. The idea that is ruling all the departments of the nations of the world was discovered by dead men. Plato, Socrates, Great men, great philosophers, their ideas rule the world. They were long gone, but their idea is still ruling them. It's still ruling the living. Fritz Simmet saw an opportunity for an overnight delivery of anything within anywhere in the US. And an ultra-modern fast delivery system in the world is called Feed Express. Feed Express was born from someone's idea. It will be interesting for you to know that Fritz Simmet got a great degree, grade C, in Yale economic class for an idea that the professor battles as an unworkable. His company became the first company in the world today. Fast delivery product. Other companies as came into being, as come into being as a result of his idea. What can you do? What can you do? Have you allowed your idea to die because of your certificate? Have you allowed the idea, the mindset of going to school to kill your initiative? You are more valuable than you think you are. If you give attention to your idea, if you give your attention to your initiative, the world will give you ovation. Check around the world. Great men are men of ideas. They are open for possibilities. They think. Where people are sleeping and snoring in the night, people who are ruling the world, people who are making great investment in the world, people who are impacting lives are spending night thinking. What solution can they create? Where is the world going to? They are looking for the direction whereby they can sow into, they can invest into in skill. They are reading, they are pursuing, they are allowing their mind to be open to possibilities, and they are thinking of what next to be done beyond their certificate. What your idea, what your initiative, what your skill will give you, your certificate will never give you. I don't undermine certificate. Certificate, I have many of them. I have many of them. Many of them in my box, I have them. But I don't allow them to discipline. I don't allow them to affect me. I don't allow them to take a thought of me. I don't allow them to take control of me. I keep striving every day to develop my skills, my writing skill, my speaking skills, my engineering skills, all of the skills that I can lay my hand on. I'm learning skills every day. As I go to the site, I see people with different skills. I humble myself and I learn from them, because there's no knowledge that is wasted. There's no skill that is wasted. If the opportunity for you to use it has not come today, it will come tomorrow. But keep on learning the skill. Don't allow your certificate, don't allow your degree to limit what you can do, to limit what you can do, to limit how far you can go in life. Number 6 reason why people with certificate and degree are poor is that degree and certificate position you to look for job and not for opportunities. Our certificate and degree prepare graduates to look for job and not open their mind for life-changing opportunities. You are not poor because you don't have a job. You are poor because you are not seeing and you are not seizing opportunity. Being poor is simply means passing over opportunity repeatedly. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. A lot of people are passing over opportunity every day. It's opportunity to solve a problem, opportunities to learn skill, opportunities to help somebody. People are passing over an opportunity every day, and this is what's making them poor. Money lives in opportunity, and one of these days I'm going to talk to us on what I call the home of money. If you read about it in my book, I'm going to explain it in more detail. What keeps people ahead in life is not their education, it's not their certificate, it's not their degree. It is simply the opportunity they see and seize. Job may be secure, but job may be scarce, but not opportunity. Job may be scarce. That's why people say there's no job, there's no job, there's no job. If you have skills, there is job. There are opportunities. Opportunities keep put people job. Opportunity to bless people. Opportunity to favor someone. Opportunity to learn something. Opportunity to think beyond your cycle, to see beyond your equal, to look out, to think outside the box and do something different is presenting itself to you every day by day, and you're passing by them. As long as there is a problem to be solved, there will always be opportunity. As long as there is a problem to be solved, as long as there is humanity, there is a problem. And as long as there is a problem to be solved, there are opportunities. It is a waste of education, exposure, and experience if after we graduate from school, all we think about is searching for a job. It is a waste of life. It's a waste of time. It is a waste of resources. It is a waste of knowledge. It's a waste of lifetime. That after we spend years in school, spend money in school, come out from school, that the only thing you think about is looking for a job. I don't know how frustrated you will be. An enlightened and educated mind should be able to see and seize opportunity. An enlightened and educated mind should be able to see opportunity and seize the opportunity and maximize that opportunity every day by day. One of the prayer I pray in my life every day, Lord, as I go out, may I not pass over opportunity. Because poor means passing over opportunity repeatedly. I pray, Lord, open my eyes to see opportunity. Open my eyes to see a problem that I can solve. Open my eyes to see where I can need to help someone with my skill. Open my eyes to see where I can learn skills every day. May I not pass over opportunity. When you pass over opportunity repeatedly, you'll be poor. So think. The last one, why are people with certificate poor? Certificate and degree prepare people to look for security and not to take risks. Certificate and degree prepare people to look for security and not to take risks. One of the reasons why people prefer looking for job instead of what they can do, what they can develop, is the sense of security. They say that job is secure. You know, they were born, they were grown into this mindset that having a job, they say a stable job, a job that can give them a steady paycheck. But this is how people has been put in the box for years with a steady paycheck. One of the things I like skill, I like taking risks, business, investment, is that you make how much you want. You make how much you want. As long as you have the right skill, you meet your client, you negotiate business, you can make the money people earn in a year. You can make them in one day. You can make them in 1 week. You can make them in one month. One opening with your skill, one contract, one opportunity you have to solve problem to people can pay you what your lifetime of labor can give you. Degree and certificate prepare people to look for security and not to take risks. I said it, and I'm going to say it again, that the greatest risk of life is not to take risks. When you look for security instead of taking risks, life is risky. Life is about risks. Take risks. Adventure into new ground. We must be able to make mistake and take breakthrough risks. Take risks and learn from the mistake. It helps us in knowing the works to do and what not to do. You know, I read history when Thomas Edison was questioned by this mischievous journalist on how he felt after failing for 99 times, 999 times before getting the idea of building an electric bulb that is lighting the whole world today. He did not feel bad. A lot of people are not risk adventurers. They are not adventurous at all in life. Many graduates and many degree holders today are becoming progressively poor because their skills, because the skills required in the modern world to get rich and are not taught in schools and institutions. There's a proposition that says that by the year 2050, we will lose over 5 billion of job to automation, AI, that's artificial intelligence and robotic, because the service industry today is being taken over by automatic artificial intelligence, robots, humanoid robot, and other technology and advancement. So if you don't align yourself to learn practical skills, you will see that technology will take over the world. In the prediction is 2050, that there will going to be a degradation in human effort, because machines and robots and artificial intelligence will do most jobs that human being will be needed. But if you learn practical skills, you're going to be relevant. Very, very relevant. Very relevant. Future job will involve knowledge, productive, and creation, not just manpower. We lived the age of manpower. There is what we call the Renaissance age. The Renaissance age was the age whereby manpower was highly required. But we lived the age of manpower into age of machinery. Currently, we are living in a knowledgeable age. We call Jet age, the age of knowledge, the age of invention. Okay, so if you're not moving with the tide, if you're not moving with the current that is moving, learning practical skill beyond the certificate that you have, beyond your degree, you're going to be obsolete in life. You're going to be left behind. You're going to be left behind. I want you to know that you can make whatever money you want if you look beyond your certificate, if you look beyond your degree and learn practical skill. In my conclusion, my humble conclusion and candid advice to graduates and students in institutions is to think wide, Think deep and think outside the box. Take voluntary jobs. Do not be afraid to navigate fields that are different from your own fields of learning. I have seen electrical engineers with coding skills. They are doing well in industry. I have seen doctors with practical skills. I have one of my friends. She's a medical doctor. She has practical skills in medicine, but she's a very good food engineer. She's a very good food technologist. She produced many food. She discovered many food. And in her side work, beyond her certificate and her degree, she's solving problem. She's solving practical problem, and she doesn't lack money. Please think outside the box. Take voluntary jobs. Do not be afraid. Learn practical skill. It may take you some years to work voluntarily without being paid. But by the time you have the skill, people will bid you. Even the same place that you work voluntary, that they did not pay you. Once the skill that you're very good, you have the skill, they can't let you go. They can't let you go. They will come and negotiate for your skill. And that's when you will start making the money that you were looking for. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of effort to look for money. Don't look for money. Look for skills. Look for problems you can solve. Your future career will require you to pull all information from different fields to come up with creative solutions for future problems. Start reading as much as you can about anything and everything that interests you. Once you get to college or your graduate, considering doubling up, majoring and minoring in contemplating different fields, trust me, it will pay you off in the long run. I have practical skill. I am multi-skillful. I'm multi-skillful in service industry. There's practically very small thing that I cannot do. As an engineer, I was taught that an engineer must have the knowledge of everything. So beyond the knowledge of everything, I have to be good in many things. And I am good. Beyond what I study, beyond what I learn in school, I've taken time to develop practical skill. That's why I can't lack money. One of the reasons why you can't lack money, if you open your mind to go learn practical skill, be humble. Even if people that you see these skills in, they're exhibiting this skill, they are doing it, are people that are lesser than you. What I mean lesser than you, you may be older than them. Or you may be a graduate, they have not entered school, they have not tasted the 4 walls of education. It doesn't matter. Humble yourself. Learn from them. By the time you get the skill and back it up with your certificate, you'll be greater than them. By the time you have the skill practically and back it up with your certificate or your degree, you'll be better than them. Go learn the skill. Learn practical skill. Balance your life. Balance your education. Balance your certificate with practical skills. And you will never lack money. You will live to the fullest financially. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you for listening to this video. I want you to like this video. I want you to share this video. I need minimum of 50 likes, 50 subscription on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I'll be able to give a more better video than this and a more better broadcast than this. If you like this video, please help me to reach out to more people. Help me to save you more better. Thank you. Don't limit yourself to your education. Don't limit yourself to your degree. Don't limit yourself to your certificate. Learn practical skills and you will never lack money. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Living to the Fullest. My name is Isaiah James. Till I come your way next time, stay tuned. Don't forget that this Friday by 2 p.m. on Facebook, I will have Marriage and Relationship Talk 301. Stay with me. I've seen a lot of reaction from the last videos. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I will continue to develop humanity. I will continue to improve humanity. I will continue to help you grow better. My duty, my call is to make people live to the fullest. I'll be happy to see you live complete and live to the fullest. Don't fail to reach out to me if you have any challenge. If you need more of my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you need me on a live teaching, host a conference, workshop, seminar, I am open. Put a call across to me. Contact me. I will be there. And finally, don't fail to purchase The Secret of Money Magnet. Don't fail to invest in your personal education. Everything I'm sharing in this second secret to living to the fullness, I've written them down in a book. And that book is Secret of Money Magnet. You will see a link on my page here on Facebook. Go to my Amazon channel, on my Amazon platform, purchase the book if you're outside Nigeria. If you're within Nigeria, you can still buy or you can request a place an order. I will send the book to you wherever you are. Don't fail to invest in your personal education. The greatest discovery on earth is not the discovery of the automobile that move people on earth around the world. The greatest discovery on earth is not the discovery of electricity, neither the invention of electric bulb that light the world. The greatest discovery on earth is not the discovery of the internet system that make communication better in the world. The greatest discovery on earth is the discovery of yourself. Don't allow your certificate and your degree to stop you from discovering yourself. All the people you see, I've just mentioned in this quote, this is my personal quote. All these people, take time out to study them. They all strike a deal of discovery in themselves, and they were not poor. So if you thought that part of discovering yourself, developing what God gave you beyond your certificate and beyond your education, you will not be poor. I am here to help you discover yourself. I have many other books I've written. Reach out to me. I will share them to you. These books are focused on helping you discover yourself and building your destiny and making you live to the fullest. I am here for you. Don't fail to reach out to me. Thank you very much, and God bless you. I say remain Pastor Isaiah James till I come your way next time. See you this Friday. Bye.